Dillian the Body Snatcher right here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
So one of the narratives to help the build-up for Wilder Fury, the rematch, was the Ring Magazine title was on the line. So a lot of people are saying, well, because the Ring Magazine title is on the line, that must mean these are the two best heavyweights in the world, right? That was a narrative. That's one of the things that they were spinning us. Now, I'm not going to go into who should really be number one across all rankings, but, you know, whether it's Fury, whether it's Joshua, whether it's whoever, okay? I ain't getting into all that right now, but we're just going to go by the rankings because apparently that's important. So, the champion, Tyson Fury. Number 1, Anthony Joshua. Number 2, Dillian Whyte. 3, Deontay Wilder. 4, Luis Ortiz. 5, Andy Ruiz Jr. 6, Alexander Povetkin. 7, Joseph Parker. 8, Michael Hunter. 9, Adam Kalinowski. 10, Oscar Rivas. Now, I don't have too much of a problem with the top 10 as per se. Not necessarily in that order that they're in. I'm not too keen on the order, which I'll go through in a minute. But I think for a top 10, it's not too bad. It's arguable that maybe a Pulev should be in there, as he's only got one loss in his resume, which happened quite a few years ago against Vladimir Klitschko. And of course, you've got Alexander Usyk. But Alexander Usyk has only had one fight at heavyweight, so that's probably one of the reasons why he's not there. Plus another couple of fights, maybe a Derek Chisora or something like that. But number 1, of course, well, the champion, Tyson Fury. He defeated Deontay Wilder quite spectacularly in his last fight. So he is the champion of the Ring Magazine. He's holding that belt, the Rocky Balboa belt. Number 1, Anthony Joshua. Of course, he is the unified WBA, WBO, and IBF World Heavyweight Champion, along with the IBO as well. Of course, Tyson Fury, he also holds lineal and the WBC. Dillian Whyte, he is the WBC Interim World Heavyweight Champion, and of course the mandatory challenger to Tyson Fury. Now, Interim World Champion for Dillian Whyte means he can replace Tyson Fury if Tyson Fury can't fulfill a fight in the future, or, for example, Tyson Fury retires, Dillian Whyte will then replace him, and all that kind of stuff. That is one of the benefits of being interim World Heavyweight Champion. Deontay Wilder, of course, got absolutely battered in his last fight. So he's number 3, but he is former world champion. Number 4, Luis Ortiz. This is where I've got a problem. He's lost 2 of his last 5 fights to a guy who got battered in his last fight. So quite why he's ranked so high, I have no idea. How do you lose 2 of your last 5 fights, by knockout, by the way, and be ranked above everybody else on this list? That don't make too much sense. But either way, there's rumours and talks that he could be taking on number 5, Andy Ruiz Jr., former unified heavyweight world champion, but of course then lost the belts in the immediate rematch with Anthony Joshua. So that'd be quite an interesting fight. Number 6 is Alexander Povetkin from Russia. Again, 2 losses on his record. 1 to Vladimir Klitschko, 1 to Anthony Joshua, and a draw in his last fight to Michael Hunter. But Povetkin's got an outstanding resume, absolutely fantastic resume. And he will be taking on Dillian Whyte on May the 2nd. So that's a very dangerous fight. Again, people say, well, why is Dillian Whyte taking on Alexander Povetkin? He's an old man, blah, blah, blah. Well, as you can see right there, he's ranked number 6 in the Ring Magazine. It can't be that bad, right? And as for his age, well, he's younger than Luis Ortiz. He's former world heavyweight champion and former Olympic gold medalist. Luis Ortiz is neither of those. So again, why is Luis Ortiz ranked above him? I will never know. Joseph Parker, he's going to be fighting this weekend against a guy that I can't remember his name. I'm not really too interested in that fight, but of course I will watch it. It's Joseph Parker. I've always been a big fan of Joseph Parker. And he is former WBO World Heavyweight Champion, 2 losses on his resume, and going the distance as well to Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte. So he went the distance twice, so he's got two losses on his resume, where Luis Ortiz gets knocked out twice. So Ring Magazine, what exactly are you doing? Michael Hunter, now he's only had a few heavyweight fights, and he's undefeated as a heavyweight, but he does have a draw, as I said before, to Alexander Povetkin, and his only loss happened at cruiserweight when he fought Alexander Usyk. Number 9, Adam Kalinowski, undefeated Polish-American fighter, very good fighter. He can take on Robert Helenius pretty soon. So I'm not too interested in that fight, to be honest with you. I think that they could have found a better opponent for Kownacki, but hey, is what it is. And of course, number 10, Oscar Rivas, who of course has just signed up with Bob Arum and Top Rank. He's got 1 loss on his record, which happened to be his last fight when he lost to Dillian Whyte. As I said, there might be a couple of fights here and there they could say maybe should be in this top 10. But for me, the one that I've really got a problem with is Luis Ortiz. I think that's a bit too high. I don't have a problem with him being ranked in the top 10. Just number 4 seems a little bit bad, to be honest with you. I mean, 2 losses in his last 5 fights, and Luis Ortiz hasn't beaten anybody of any great note. Anyway, what is important, though, as a Brit, is Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Dillian Whyte, occupying the top 3 positions. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.